Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
57.
3 butt, 3 butt, 3 butt.
Trickstone, travel.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Fournette running right, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Double time.
We got me grip.
Fournette, a first down carry. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete to Chark. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he fires one, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Run. 180. Slam. 61, matchbox lights.
Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
X3, 218, chopper. Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Fournette. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
Get that quarterback, D-Line. Get that
5.
Get that quarterback.
Go.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. So don't say nothing. 51 to Mike.
Now.
Minshew sets to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read. General West.
Check nickel.
5.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On the carry, it's Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 24-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Hey, Alloy 33.
Shit! Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They run. Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
King.
44's Mike. Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check the backer.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And, Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that showed a little bit of faith, actually showed a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike Bobo. 3 buns. 40 points to Mike.
Mayfield down. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Undercrush. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Run.
They run it again with Chubb. Continuing to fight for more. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here we go again.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Alert, alert. Back. Showing up. Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresh down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the ball, watch the ball. Kill.
Hey, alert 33.
Slam. Watch out. Kill. Tight dog.
King.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Here we go. Check. Switch. Out. Check 99.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ready.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Watch the screen. Watch the
Protein spill.
bang.
On first down, Drake. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
30 base.
51. Watch the slant.
Let go.
On second down, here's Fournette. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
down.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Hey. Mike, check 33.
Hey, Delta. Right up.
Now Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The 43-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Topper.
Check 3.
Hey, orbit. Deep grip.
Now Minshew on first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check girls. Check crunch. Watch twist. Check 9.
Regular.
Watch the whip. Big end.
Hey, alert 33.
On second and 9, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Who that? Check 43. Check.
Regular.
Now Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We own them. Hey, Alpha. Now.
51. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 51.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
33.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A shotgun give to Fournette. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Running, it's Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go with a big bank for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second